I am so excited. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to be committing to the Jibun Techo biz for 2019. At first, I wasn't sure if I was really going to love this or not, so I decided not to buy any of the accessories, but since then, I am committed. So this haul is going to be all about the accessories that you can purchase from Jet Pens or from Amazon if you can find them for the Jibun Techo. So there are only, let me show you actually my list first. This is everything that I purchased, so if you want to take a screenshot, go for it. I'm not going to get it together to link all of these things down below, but it will, however, link Jet Pen's website down below. So there are two things that I did purchase in here that are not specifically made for the Jibun Techo, and that is, well, at least one of them is the mild liners. I picked up one of the new sets. They only carried one of the new sets, but I am so excited to try these out, and in another video I will when I have more time. And then also these guys, which I will talk about in a minute. So a little bit of background quickly. I have a whole series on the biz if you want to know more information, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown in case you are new to the channel or new to the Jibun Techo. So the Jibun Techo comes in two sizes, an A5 Slim, which this one is, and a smaller version, which is the B6 Slim. And it comes in two styles. So first it comes in a more colorful scheme, and then it comes in a more monochrome, and this one is called the Biz. The other one I refer to as a 3-in-1 because it comes with not only the planner with the cover, it comes with an idea book, the life book, and it comes with a writing board in the back, so it's like a full-on kit ready to go. You can purchase both of those planners with the two different color schemes on the inside separately, just by itself without a cover. But if you want this kind of more matte, like faux leather business style cover, you have to purchase it with the Biz. But the clear cover that comes with the 3-in-1, you can purchase separately. So that is the one thing I did not purchase because I already had a cover on cover. Plus, I didn't mind this one so much, and I'm finding that the more covers I try to put this in, like leather covers and what have you, the more I might have to take off this cover in order for it to fit properly and just like use the planner itself. So I didn't want another cover that might just sit on the side, if that makes sense. Plus I knew I could purchase this anytime I wanted to. So that is one of two things I did not get. And the other thing I didn't purchase were the index tabs, and the color scheme is supposed to match the 3-in-1 version that I was talking about. And this is just so monochrome. I love it that I just didn't want all of that colorful stuff on the side. So that was another thing I did not purchase, but I did go ahead and get everything else. So instead of purchasing the tabs, I ended up getting one of these. These are by Traveler's Notebook Company or Traveler's Company, and they have these tabs in here, and you've probably seen me use these in another video. I have a whole video up on these guys and how much I love tabs, and I just like the way they look in my Hobonichi, so I thought they would look really awesome in my Jibun Techo. And instead of them being all different colors, they come in color sets, which I felt worked a little bit better, and so I'm thinking about putting them in here. So I just went ahead and picked up one of these for a couple dollars more than the Jibun Techo version. I get 3 sets of tabs instead of 1. Plus, I found out that, I don't know if this will show it. Yeah, it does. So half of the tabs in the Jibun Techo set, which are around $9, they are in Japanese. And so basically they're for like these beginning pages in your Jibun Techo to mark like stuff like this that says my dream and money plans. I found this very interesting that they decided to do that, since throughout the Jibun Techo there is a ridiculous amount of English. I mean, everything that's in Japanese pretty much in this planner is in English somewhere. And I love that. I mean, you can see up here, all of this is even in English. Down here, English. Right here, not so much. But I mean, you can just decide that that's Monday and what have you, because Sundays are always in red. So even here, they have it in English, the title, as well as Japanese. So I was very confused as to why they would want to write these, obviously in Japanese, but I knew I wasn't going to use them. So again, I like that you could get 3 sets of tabs in here instead of 1. They're all in English. And you get stickers and a bunch of other stuff. So I did a video also showing you what's all in this sticker kit. So I chose this for $2 more. But as always, you do you. So the rest of the stuff that Jet Pens had available, I did purchase. And I was so excited because the first time I was thinking about buying this stuff, they did not have the stencils, which this time around they did. And I went ahead and I grabbed them because they were already sold out of them once, and it took forever for them to get them back into stock. So this is everything that I purchased for the Jibun Techo. So these guys we should start with first. So it's important for you to understand that the Jibun Techo is sized based. So since this is an A5 Slim, it has accessories that are made specifically for its size. There, of course, are always exceptions to the rules, and the two exceptions to the rules are the stencils as well as the tabs. They're the only two that are created to be universal, so they can be used either in the A5 Slim or the B6 Slim. The rest of them should be bought based on what size of Jibun Techo you purchase, and I will show you why when we get to those. So let's open these guys up. Now, they're not calling these stencils on the website. They do in the description, but in the title they're being called templates, and they have names. So this one is, I believe, plain, and this one is icon. So if you're like me and you have all of the stencils from the Hobonichi, you basically have all of the little icons that are within this stencil here. So you could basically skip this one if you wanted to and go ahead and just purchase the plain. But, you know, I'm a completionist, so I got both. So this one is meant to, I think if I leave this on, you might be able to see it a little easier than if I take it off. But this one is meant to be used for the A5 Slim as well as the mini B6 Slim, which is awesome. So these are supposed to be cut to fit within the columns nicely. So you can see here, I guess maybe I should remove it a little bit. They just take up a little bit more space, whereas this one is smaller. So this is supposed to be to cut out photos. So you can make little dotted lines so you know where to cut, which is kind of cool. Again, this one's also used for photos as well as clocks. I saw somebody on YouTube who was using this clock right here all the way across, and it looks kind of awesome. So I was like, man, I want to try that out. And then over here, you just have some like decorative lines. You have a ruler as well as a little like tab that you can use to find your place. There's a like today tab, which is very awesome. And it's easy for you to find these guys. And it also makes it easy to find them within your Techo. And then on the side here, we have like some waves. And what I like about this is they created these to go like that. So even if you had both of them in here, like the tabs are not going to be right on top of each other. They're going to be like side by side, like regular tabs would be if you like put them in there. I love that. That is like the smartest thing ever. Okay. So you have your numbers up at the top. You have some icons for like smiley faces, happy, sad, angry. They really like these. Okay. You're going to find those throughout here a lot. It's, I mean, these little icons, the smiley faces and what have you, or emojis, they're just like everywhere in this planner. So there's that. Yeah, but basically everything in here, I think, except for maybe the exception of this one, I have with all of my Hobonichi stencils, and I'll have to do another video where I kind of, you know, stencil these out and show you how they look. Then we have these accessories, and these are for the A5 Slim. You can buy them for the B6 Slim also. So these are called film sticky notes, which is kind of cool. Okay. And the way these guys are supposed to work, let's just turn to a page, shall we? They come in this snazzy little plastic guy, and they're supposed to be created for the A5 Slim because you want them to fit perfectly within the column. So if you accidentally get these for your B6 Slim, there's no worries. I mean, it's just going to have overhang into the next column, and you could probably just trim them and it's fine. So basically, it's really cool because these guys were created to block off time also. I mean, you can write on them with a Sharpie. So this one marks off 3 hours, and it comes in 2 different colors. And then you have this one that comes in 2 different colors, and it marks off 2 hours. And then this one comes in 2 different colors, and it marks off 1 hour. And then we have the to-do sticky notes. These guys are perforated and you can cut them down however far you want them to go. So you can see this one has 4 tick boxes, so you can cut this down 4 times if you wanted to. And again, because these are size based, they fit exactly within your column. And if again you accidentally buy these for your B6 Slim, they're just going to have overhang. And if you accidentally buy the B6 Slim for your A5 Slim, they're just not going to reach the edge of the column. I like these because some days you might have busier days than other, and so you can like stack a little sticky note on top of writing already, and these could be extra things that you want to get done, like extra tasks, and if they don't get done this like end of this week or this day, you can take them and move them to the next week and the next day, which I think is kind of snazzy. I wish they were a little bit darker because they kind of do stand out on the page, but you know, it's totally fine. This is the A5 Slim zipper case and pockets. And this is kind of cool because, well, actually for several reasons. First of all, the 2 covers I mentioned, there's this cover that comes with the Viz version, and then there is a clear cover. So with the clear cover, you get the same amount of 3 pockets on this side, but they also give you 3 in the back. This one doesn't have 3 in the back. It has a card slot right here, and that's it. So you can purchase something like this that gives you those extra 3 pockets you get in the clear one if you have something like mine, or if you have to end up taking this out of its cover, you still have pockets this way, which is kind of snazzy. So let me show you how this just has like a flap here of plastic that you slide into a back pocket, and then it just kind of hangs out there. That is so cool. And then you can put your little film sticky notes in here, and then a zipper here where you can keep your stencils whenever you don't need to keep your place for the day. So that is pretty snazzy. I like that. And it still lays relatively flat. Man, this does, I mean, she nailed it. When the vegan organizer said this had more of a traveler's notebook feel, once you put like the notebooks and everything in here, and it has a zippy pouch, that's hilarious. Okay, moving on. Then we have the writing board. And again, if you don't get the right size, the B6 Slim will be really small in here. So on the website, it says that this is 5mm squares on here, which I find fascinating because in the planner, you definitely get 4mm squares. You can see the difference there in square sizes. So I find that interesting. But I like this because, again, it's very monochrome. It's just like plain gray, which is nice. And I don't mind the blue. I think it looks really nice against the gray. And you have a ruler on the side. Actually on both sides, and this one's kind of clear. If you've been following my channel, you know that I'm not a super fan of writing boards. I hardly ever use them in my traveler's notebook, but lately I've been using them to put washi tape on as well as sticky notes so that I can like use it as like a removable, like, I don't know, thought board or something, and I can just move it page to page with my sticky notes on it, and I'm enjoying it for that. So hopefully this will come in handy the same way. So like the Hobonichi writing boards, this has a Today tab, except it's on the side instead of the top, which makes it easy to find. I like that. Then we have the Life book. Now this was something I really wasn't sure I was going to purchase. This is something that, you know, it's not really needed, and you certainly can buy it at any time. This has the, I think the Mio paper as well. Yeah. In the beginning, they give you a table of contents of all the pre-created collections that they have in here for you. And there are tons of people that go through this, and I think I will wait to kind of share what's all in here with you until I sit down and really go through and start working on this, which, I mean, I am interested, especially in family news and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. But again, this is something you don't have to purchase right away because it's not date specific. It's just you can fill it in as you go, and it's meant for you to keep for life. That's why I wasn't sure if I was going to get this, because I really don't have time to work on it right now. But when I do, I will go over this with you, and there's plenty of YouTubers out there that go specifically into what's in here and how they use it. So these I did not purchase this time around. I had already purchased them when I bought my Jibun Techo, but I wanted to talk about the idea books. Again, they come in the B6 Slim as well as the A5 Slim. These are the Tomoe River paper, so it's a little bit of a different paper than the Mio paper that comes in the Biz version. But you also can, if you do love this paper, get the 3-in-1 version that has the Tomoe River paper in it. Again, I will, reference you to my Jibun Techo review that talks more about that. So the one thing that I did learn, somebody on my channel was nice enough to leave a lot of information about this book, and I haven't had time, but I wanted to give them credit. I'm sorry. If I can find that comment, I will put their name on the screen. But they let me know that this actually comes with an app, and I didn't know that. So it's kind of like Evernote in that way. So these little square boxes, they're meant for you to like put numbers in them, or also you can, color code. And so, that's what I thought that they were there for mostly. But you can also, I guess, outline them in pen, and that lets the app know that you are done with this page, and it will upload the page, which I thought was pretty snazzy. And it does say in the description of these guys, if you look on pens, it talks about it. It even names the app, but I have not had the time to download it and figure it out and try it out. So again, I will come back to this probably when I do the life book, and do a little bit of an update on how that works. But thanks so much for letting me know that, because it's kind of awesome to know that. And it makes sense because these little squares are made up of little dots, just like the Evernote notebooks that you can purchase. And I think that's so cool. So if you guys have checked that out and it works well or it doesn't, let me know down below. And I believe these come in 80 sheets, and these are the companion books to the Jibun Techo that you can slide in here, and you can slide one in the back. And that's why I feel like they're totally like a traveler's notebook in that way, especially with a zippy pouch. And again, I have a whole review on this and how it looks and what have you. But thanks so much for that information, because it was very interesting. And the last thing I purchased for the Jibun Techo is this cover. And I was really nervous because I believe this is by Kokuyo also. All of these accessories, as you can see here, are made by this company. And this one, I don't think it says it, at least not in English, but I'm pretty sure on the website it says it is. Anyway, the point is, Kokuyo makes other covers as well. One that I have a video already on, a review, which I am going to be using possibly to combine my Jibun Techo and my Hobonichi. It's a pretty awesome cover. I love it. It's pretty inexpensive because they're not made of leather. They're pretty affordable. So I watched a video by, and I will link the video down below. I think it was Simone. I can't remember if it was her or not. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she bought the Jibun Techo cover because it comes in two different types. So you can get it in the soft cover, which is the one she purchased, and it was hideous. And even she didn't like it. And I think she said she was either going to sell it or return it. I can't remember, but I did not like the way it looked. And then they had a hardcover, which is this version. So it only comes in navy if you get the A5 Slim. If you get the B6 Slim, it comes in red. So I'm not like a super fan of like, gold plated stuff. I'm more of a silver kind of girl, but I was like, let's try it out in case I don't want to have my Jibun Techo with my Hobonichi in the other cover. Because, I don't know, I was really liking how the Hobonichi looked in there, especially since it's the Avec and it made it nice and slim. So I thought maybe I wanted to keep my Jibun Techo in something separate. So I looked all over the interweb and I couldn't find a review for the hardcover one anywhere. So let's see. The first thing is, this is like a canvas cover. That's how it feels. It's very nice. It feels very durable, and it looks a lot better than the soft cover version. It has a pocket here and a pocket in the back. So it's like a wraparound. So if you're not careful, unlike the Kokio cover that I own, it's like sewn down here, so stuff from the front won't slide to the center or the back. This one, I mean, we're just gonna have to be careful of that, and I think it'll be fine. But that is nice. This is the A5 Slim again. On the inside, it has a pen loop. Oh, this is weird. Oh, and it's sewn down, so it doesn't pull up. That's interesting. Huh. And then we have a pocket here, a pocket here, another full-length pocket here, and 1, 2, 3 card slots, and then like a, I don't know, a third of one of these pocket here, which is kind of annoying me because they're not even. Why are you a weird pocket? I'll have to see what goes in there. Do you guys know? Let me know down below. Okay, so we have like this little card here that shows you that business cards and what have you can fit perfectly in here. All right. Okay, so let's see how this fits in here. So I am going to lose my pen loop here, and if you have the 3-in-1, know that you're going to lose your 3 card pockets in the back here, but you get these 3 over here. Okay, I don't want to push it, but it doesn't look like it wants to go with the cover on cover, which is a bummer. So I'm going to take that off. I'll try it again later when I have more time and I can be a little more gentle off camera. And if it doesn't work, or it does, I will let you know by flashing it on the screen. Okay, so that fits in there nicely. And then we can slide this guy back here. So I still get 6 pockets this way, including a zippy pouch. That is nice. Okay, and then I will take my idea book. I'll slide that in here. There's that. I'm gonna put my life book in the one behind it. So that fits. And this guy could probably just like hang out here, or you could slide him in the back here, underneath this guy if you wanted to. Oops. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of the front. So this is interesting that it zips down. Is that like weird for anyone else? I don't know. This goes in here like that. Okay. So are you seeing this right here? I hope I'm putting it in frame. Yeah. So there is like this hole right here because it won't close all the way because these guys are here. What is that about? Why would you do that? Why would you not put them down here? Super weird. I don't understand. It's not like you're going to lose this zipper down there because it has this big, you know, circular pull on it. So I don't, I think that's super weird. Now I'm not going to really freak out too much about it because my other Kokio cover, it just has a strap. So everything is open. I mean, I don't know what would fall out of here unless I was trying to keep change, you know, so that's fine. Maybe your pen, I don't know. But that's really weird. Isn't it weird that it doesn't close? Okay, so that's like my only real complaint about this. It is beautiful though. It's very, like, a really nice quality. I feel like it's gonna be very durable. But I think it's really weird that the zipper goes down instead of up. Do things go up? I don't know. I just think that's weird. And the fact that it doesn't want to close all the way. Anyway, let's try out the pen loop quickly before I forget. So here is my Uni Jetstream. And that fits in there nicey nice. It's so weird that that's sewn down like that. And this is another reason why I decided to go ahead and get the writing board. Because look, if I wanted to write on here and I had a pen in here, like an extra pen, it would be weird. But most of us would be writing with our pen. Look at that. It's still going to be crazy. Look at that hump. So it's nice to have a writing board to put back here to make things, like, you know, feel a little bit more even. So, I mean, if you get this cover, I'm definitely going to suggest to you to get the writing board so that you can get rid of that awkwardness that's happening right there. Also, in the back of this, if you're going to keep a bunch of stuff in here, especially cards, this writing board comes in handy as you get closer to the end so that you don't feel a lot of that bumpy stuff. It just makes things a little bit more smooth and flat, and I like that. Yeah, but this thing is weird. It should totally like pop up and out of the way or something. I don't like the pen loop either. So I'm going to close this with a pen. Look how weird that is. I just think it should be more to the edge. I don't know. So right here, in my opinion, you can tell that there is a pen. What do you guys think? Can you see? It's not terrible. I'm still not hating it. It's just so weird it doesn't close. I don't even know. All right. Yeah. So this is not something that I am going to get rid of or going to send back or anything, because I'm sure that I will find a use and I will probably use it at some point. Just know all of these things that I'm talking about. Just know that the pen loop and the zipper are a little interesting. They're very interesting. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to see was if my Hobonichi would fit in here. So if you didn't know, the A5 Slim and the Hobonichi Cousin are the same in height, but the Hobonichi is a little bit wider. I think it's like 3/4 of an inch. It's not a little bit, it's a lot. I just wanted to see if it would fit in here, if I decided to carry both of them in here or not. I figured they might cut this a little bit wider than the this guy because of all of the tabs, you know? So let's see. Yep, so your hobo can fit in here if you wanted to double those up. And this becomes upside down in order to fit in here, but that's cool. Again, the pen is really weird over here. If you were trying to write on this side, you just have to know that it's just going to be, you need to have that because it's kind of awkward. Some of us probably will take this out and write in it, but I mean, because it's easy enough to slide in and out, but sometimes you just want it to lie in there and do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then we'll throw an idea book back in here. And there you go. They both fit in there nicey nice. The zipper is super weird. I don't even understand. All right. Okay, so that has been my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.